Hi everyone, this is Sohail from TheITstuff.com and this is my first video on YouTube. I'm a bit nervous, but I think that's natural. It happens with every YouTuber out there who creates the first video. So let's keep the tension out. In this video, I'm going to answer 3 questions. Who am I? What do I do? And what is this channel going to be about? But before I talk about these 3 questions, let me mention a very important point. I've been watching videos for years, and after watching thousands of YouTube videos, I've realized that one of the best ways to improve the YouTube videos is to get the feedbacks from the users and always try to apply them into the future videos. It always improves the video. So I always appreciate if you take time and try and provide your feedback or suggestions in the comment section down below the video. It will be very helpful for me. I'll try my best to apply or implement those feedbacks in my future videos. So let's talk about the 3 questions. Who am I? What do I do? And what is this channel going to be about? My name is Sohail. I'm a blogger, a web developer and a Linux system administrator. I've been blogging for about 4.5 years, and I have a couple of blogs. One of my successful blogs is linuxanimator.com. The blog I created back in 2014 when I thought about providing the Linux or Linux articles for new users, because I always found that people are confused about Linux. They think that the Linux is just a CLI and it doesn't have the GUI. So then I built this blog and I then wrote a couple of articles. Initially there were some 50 to 100 readers per day, but today it has more than 10,000 readers per day. linuxanimator.com is currently ranking 82,000 globally, and I am also a web developer. I've been developing web applications in PHP and Ruby on Rails. Both of these technologies are amazing. PHP is a web programming language, and it is a very easy to use language, and there are millions of websites are coded in PHP. Ruby on Rails is a framework based on a programming language called Ruby, and it is very easy to code a social networking site or a blog in Ruby on Rails. And I'm also a Linux system administrator. I've been using Linux for about 7 or 8 years. As you can see that here I have written on my hoodie, I'm a Linux user. But it doesn't mean that I don't use other operating systems. I do use other operating systems. Actually, the video you're watching at this time is edited on Windows. I do use Mac. But most of the time I suggest using Linux because of certain things. For example, Linux is the most secure operating system, and most of the applications we have on Linux are free of cost. You don't have to pay a penny, though you can contribute to support the development of that application, and the Linux itself is free. So all you need to do to start using Linux is to download an ISO and make a bootable USB or CD or DVD and boot from it and install it, and that's it. And as the name of this channel suggests, that there's going to be information technology related stuff on this channel. But specifically I'll be posting here the series of videos on programming languages. I always program features in PHP or Ruby on Rails, and I have also knowledge of other programming languages, for example JavaScript. So that I usually design web applications and I record the screencast. So I'll be also posting that here so that you guys can learn by doing. And there will also be Linux related videos because I'm a Linux guy and I always love to talk about Linux. So there will always be videos on Linux and the Linux distributions, because there are hundreds of Linux distributions available, and they are always coming, and the new ones are always coming. So I will also be talking about the Linux distributions, or what's new in a Linux distribution and what support it has received recently by the programmers. And as I said in the starting of the video, that please provide your first suggestions or the feedback so that I can improve my videos. I don't have much knowledge of the video editing also, so there will also be sometimes problems in the editing, so I apologize for those in advance. And I hope that you love those videos, you try to find the concept that I try to put in my videos. And if you have any suggestion for this video, please tell me in the comment section below, and I'll try my best to apply the suggestions in my next video. And the first series of the TheITstuff channel is going to be a PHP series, which is an introduction to PHP, in which I'll program a CMS, which is a content management system, and with a blog, with a nice blog, and you will also have a backend of the blog, which is a CMS itself. This is going to be very impressive, and I will also attach some of the screenshot of the CMS that I have designed and that I have coded. Please take a look at that, and I'll be starting this probably the next week. So this is Sohail from TheITstuff.com signing off. Peace.